The 7 islands of Bombay. Surat to Bombay transfer, and one of the reason was constant Maratha attacks on Surat and shift of the British headquarters as well. The company had encouraged immigration to Bombay to develop its population base. This, in turn, led to the need for space for housing and agriculture. Such space could only be created by draining and reclaiming land. However, this was only possible once the breaches from which seawater entered could be closed. There were a large number of deaths that occurred in Bombay, and the average life of an Englishman was found to be only 3 years. The major reason was the disease of malaria, due to the presence of saltwater swamps left behind by the receding tides. Thus it became imperative to close the water inlets, drain the swamps, and reclaim land from the sea. The cumulative effect of these measures was the joining of the 7 islands and the emergence of an island city. The Surat Council informed the directors about the 3 main breaches that needed to be stopped. These were the Great Breach, known as Breach Kandy, between the island of Bombay and the island of Worli, the breach between Worli and Mahim, and the one between Mahim and Parel. The part of the land near the seashore which was submerged under water was to be filled up with earth from the higher parts of the land and was to be brought to the level of the sea. Thus, after a long period of exchange of letters and careful deliberations, the first water inlet to be closed was the Umarkri breach between the islands of Bombay and Mazgaon sometime after 1690. However, the biggest challenge was the closing of the Great Breach between Bombay and Worli, known as the Breach Kandy. The word Kandy was derived from the Marathi word khind, which means a break in the rock ridge. The company's engineer, Mr. Bates, proposed the making of an embankment to close the gap, and the Bombay Council approved a monetary provision of Rs. 20,000 for it. Though Bates originally predicted it would take 9 months, the work, which started in 1720, was not finished until 1728. The last of the islands to be joined were the Colaba and the Little Colaba. In 1796, the island of Colaba had been declared as a cantonment area, and people used boats to go there, which were often overcrowded, leading to accidents. Islands were joined to Bombay by the Colaba Causeway.